Pub. Jeffrey BASIL has pleaded guilty to a lesser charge in the death of an Air National Guardsman here in Buffalo. It is the latest twist in a case we've been watching closely for more than a year.
Now, this plea deal will keep BASIL from going on to trial again. Here's what we know tonight. BASIL has been convicted in January of second-degree murder. Then last month, a judge set aside that conviction, saying a member of the jury tainted the entire process. Today, BASIL pled guilty to first-degree manslaughter, which is a lesser charge. BASIL pushed Bill Sager down a flight of stairs at Molly's Pub in May of last year. News 4's George Rickert is live in downtown Buffalo with more details on how long BASIL could go to prison now. George?
Well, the short answer is at least a dozen more years. Now, this is a compromise that had to be agreed upon by all sides, including the victim's family, and they did agree to this plea.
Did you intend to cause serious physical injury to Mr. Sager?
Yes, Your Honor.
For the first time in open court, Jeffrey BASIL admitted to causing the death of Bill Sager by pushing him down the stairs at Molly's Pub. He pleaded guilty to manslaughter in the first degree after an agreement that his sentence will be at least 15 years and no more than 21 years. Judge Penny Wolfgang will decide next month how many years it is.
We could have tried this case again.
His attorney, Joel Daniels, points out that even if a jury found BASIL guilty of manslaughter as a second-time felony offender with a previous narcotics arrest, the sentence could have been as low as 8 years. But another trial would have been, quote, a roll of the dice with a chance of another murder conviction.
You have to be realistic and you have to be practical. And we had that first trial, and we all know what happened, and that's why we felt this was the way to go.
We consulted with Mr. Sager's family. What do you want?
First Assistant DA Michael FLAHERTY says the plea would only have happened if the victim's family agreed to it. He takes issue with any suggestion that BASIL only got this plea by having good lawyers.
He had the best lawyers, but he's not walking out of jail. He's going to state prison for a minimum of 15 years, which is a very long time, with the potential exposure of over 20. The family can leave today knowing it's finished, that they're not going to have to go back to court, they're not going to have to go back to have another trial.
Now, neither family was willing to comment today, but they might at sentencing July 22nd.